The Kruger for U.S. Tourists, a comprehensive guide. This Kruger for U.S. Tourists guide is practical, easy to follow, and designed to help American travelers plan the best safari experience in one of Africa's most iconic national parks. Roughly 5 hours drive from the bustling city of Johannesburg, following a highway of well-maintained roads that will take you through some of the most picturesque countryside, farmland and bushveld. The Kruger National Park is a destination that sits firmly on many a traveler's bucket list. Of all the many wildlife safari destinations in Africa, the Kruger remains hugely popular for a few excellent reasons. It's easy to access, it's home to some of the most incredible animal species, including the Big Five, and it's visitor-friendly for both first-time and returning travelers. To simplify the process and help you plan a truly memorable safari, we have brought together everything Kruger for U.S. tourists need to know about visiting the park, to give you a clear and confident starting point for exploring one of the world's most iconic conservation areas. What makes the Kruger special? For Kruger for U.S. tourists, the flight might be long, but the journey is totally worth it. The Kruger is often compared to other wildlife destinations in Africa, but the comparison is not always fair. No two places in Africa are the same, and no two safari experiences are the same either. What makes the Kruger special is its immense size as well as its incredible wildlife population, sizes, and diversity. In the Kruger, the wildlife moves freely across enormous ecosystems. Guides are among the most respected on the continent, and the sense of continuity and dedication from park officials is hard to miss. Generations of conservation have shaped a landscape where lion prides live in the same ancient territories as their ancestors and elephants return to the same river crossings year after year. This conservation effort ensures that generations of travelers are also being treated to out-of-this-world sightings. Kruger Park safaris are genuine, authentic safari experiences. They are often as comfortable as they come, designed to be polished enough to satisfy travelers used to the highest standards, while still staying true to that rustic aesthetic that travelers enjoy so much. The Kruger is also a great place for a luxury escape. The areas surrounding the park, which are collectively known as the Greater Kruger National Park, are home to iconic names that you might be familiar with, like Sabi Sands and Timbavati. The Kruger for U.S. tourists is an excellent option because it will give you a myriad of safari options, allowing you to see and experience the park at your own pace and in a style that best suits you. How much is the entrance to Kruger National Park for foreign visitors? Entrance fees are modest, especially when compared to the overall cost of a safari, and the fees directly contribute to the maintenance and operation of the park. According to the Sand Park's website, foreign visitors will pay 602 Rand when visiting the park from the 1st of November 2025 to the 31st of October 2026. Children under 12 are charged at a reduced rate of 300 Rand. For guests on luxury Kruger Park safaris, this entrance fee is usually included within the package. Understanding what is included matters when you are booking your trip, as private reserves bordering the park operate under different access agreements to give their guests a more secluded experience. For Kruger for U.S. tourists, it is always best to work through a tour operator, especially if this is your first time visiting the park. It's also a great idea to visit the official SANPARKS website for the latest information and updated rates. Is Kruger bigger than Yellowstone? The United States is world famous for having big attractions like the Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore, Yellowstone, and various massive, quirky, and obscure roadside attractions. But the size of the Kruger often surprises American travelers. At nearly 20,000 square kilometers, the Kruger National Park is significantly larger than Yellowstone, and it is the freeing sense of space that changes the experience entirely. Wildlife is not concentrated into small pockets, but spread across river systems, grasslands, and woodland areas. Although the park is so big, there is always something to see, so a game drive is always filled with excitement and anticipation. For Kruger for U.S. tourists, this means patience is a necessity that is well rewarded. The sightings you get to experience will be well earned, and the park never feels crowded, especially when itineraries are carefully planned, so you'll get to spend quite a lot of time enjoying each encounter. How many days in Kruger is enough? A general answer would be that the more days you can spare, the better your trip will be. That is because the more time you spend in the park, the more you are going to see. But to be more to the point, 3 nights will give you a taste of what the experience could be, and 6 or 7 nights will allow you to relax and settle into the experience. Early mornings, long breakfasts, afternoon siestas, and sunset drives have all become part of a natural pattern of a memorable safari. Many Kruger Park safaris combine different regions or even reserves to show guests the contrasting habitats and species behavior. Rushing the experience can leave you feeling as though you have only skimmed the surface. Time is the true luxury here, and it pays to use it well. What is the best month to visit Kruger? The truth is that the Kruger is an excellent place to visit all year round, but some months are better than others for various reasons. Much like the rest of Africa's safari destinations, the dry season, which is usually from around the end of April to the start of September, is a great time to travel. During this time of the year, which is South Africa's winter season, the water sources shrink, the vegetation thins, and animals gather day after day for a drink. These months suit first-time visitors well, and it is also a time of year that aligns neatly with North American travel calendars. The downside of traveling at this time of the year is that you can expect crowds. The dry winter months are marketed as the Kruger's best season to travel, and it attracts both local and international visitors. During this peak season, prices tend to increase, and safari packages are booked up fast. If you prefer a quieter holiday, you might prefer the green off-season. The green season runs from November to March, and it can be an incredible time of year to visit the park. With the return of the rains, the migratory birds arrive, young animals appear, and life appears to return to the land. For repeat visitors and photographers, this quieter period can be the ideal time to travel. Why can't you wear black on a safari? There is no rule saying that you can't wear black on a safari, but black clothing does absorb heat, and it draws insects, particularly in warmer months, making it a really uncomfortable choice. It also stands out more than you would expect in natural settings. Travelers are always advised to wear neutral-colored clothing because it can be cooler, more comfortable, and it allows you to blend into the bush a little better. For Kruger, for U.S. tourists accustomed to darker wardrobes, packing some lighter-colored clothing is not going to upend your trip. You can still wear black in the evenings, just don't wear it while in the bush. Which is better, Serengeti or Kruger National Park? Comparisons between these two icons kind of miss the point because they are such very different places. The Serengeti is defined by seasonal migration, while the Kruger is prized for its year-round wildlife sightings, its accessibility, and for its ability to add plenty of depth to the experience. For American travelers, the Kruger often integrates more easily into a broader South African journey that might include Cape Town or the Winelands. Luxury Kruger Park safaris rival East Africa in both guiding and accommodation, with the added benefit of shorter internal travel times. How many cheetahs are in Kruger National Park? Cheetah numbers tend to fluctuate, but current estimates suggest around 200 individuals live within the greater Kruger ecosystem, though higher estimates put the number closer to 300. They are elusive by nature, and if your safari sticks to the southern regions of the park, you might as well forget about seeing cheetah, as they don't function as well in the dense bush. The best place in the Kruger National Park to see cheetah is in the central and northern plains, where they tend to favor open grassland areas where they can unleash their immense speed. Skilled guides understand their movement patterns and habitat preferences, so booking a guided safari is a great way to increase your chances of a meaningful encounter. Seeing a cheetah in the Kruger is a special sighting rather than a guarantee. Is the Kruger like anywhere in America? America has plenty of stunning national parks, but nowhere in America will you find a place like the Kruger. Instead of seeing wildlife from boardwalks or a distant viewpoint, the animals of the Kruger move around you across unfenced borders and ancient migration routes. For Kruger for U.S. tourists, this closeness can be profound. The experience of spotting wildlife in the Kruger can feel as though you are part of the action without feeling unsafe. Your Kruger trip will be a carefully managed yet emotionally stirring experience that can only be enjoyed here. The Kruger for U.S. tourists is the ultimate, comfortable, and exciting trip to Africa. And the best way to have the best holiday is to begin your Kruger Park safari planning with specialists who know how to get every detail right.